All right, we're live. Episode 7. We're back. Quick clap.
Oh wait, fuck! I have my hands full.
You
Quick
got
clap.
it. You got it. That was pretty poor. It's gonna be hard to see the audio spike when I'm syncing. You want to give
Oh,
us
you
one
want
more
it like
clap?
a loud clap?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Headphone warning.
Roll the
Headphone
sleeves.
warning. Okay.
I'll have a comment about the shirt at the end of the show.
Shirt's
A
fire.
very cheeky shirt. Oh, that was kind
There
of
we go.
Okay,
Try to go slower. That'll do. We'll see. All right. Training camp started this week for all NFL teams. Some jerseys dropped. I forgot to mention that when Graham and I were talking before we started recording.
Oh, yes.
One of the worst jerseys I've ever seen, and then one of the most stolen jerseys. Like
yeah. No, I know what I thought him reversed, and I was like, we'll get into it.
And then we got a couple fun hypotheticals, and not too much else. We'll start off quick with training camp. I haven't followed much of any of the other teams. So
except for the Jets for 20 seconds.
Except for the Jets, yeah. Justin Fields dislocated his toe.
Which is like
reporting that
good news.
He'll be fine. Yeah. He was at practice up and at it today.
Can't really get carted off for less severe an injury.
So my guess, I mean, I didn't see it. My guess is he like just took a golf cart to the locker room because like when you're on
campus
or
whatever. What a slime ball whoever reported that. That's fire.
Yeah. First guy reported was like, yeah, Justin Fields carted off to the locker room. So I think when I reported it with the Sleeper Bears account, I think I said that like he took a cart to the locker room. I honestly want to.
You were an integrous journalist, is what you.
I was pretty confident that. I was a little late to the reports, so I had heard that it seemed like it wasn't anything too significant, like he had walked off the field or something. He was carted to the locker room. I didn't say carted off the field, but I think you can infer that.
No, carted off the field is like the term. Like if you get carted off the field, that means you couldn't move from where you were injured from.
Carted to the locker room, you can kind of draw the same assumption, but. But when you're you're not walking to the locker room. To be honest, like most of the guys are taking carts around, especially because the practice fields are like not right next to where they're practicing.
Yeah, unless you get like kicked out of a game, you're usually either like helped or carted to the locker room, I guess. Or you're flipping the bird.
I got a Coke. We're gonna get a lot of burps this episode. So if you're burp
regular Coke, isn't there like lore about like real sugar, something like that?
That they might start that Donald Trump told Coke to start putting regular sugar in the Coke. Yeah, but according to
which is pretty like
not happening.
I mean, tell me like, people have mixed opinions, or at least I've heard that people have mixed opinions about him, but he's been a Coke drinker for what, like a billion years, and at the very end he's going out and he's like, you know what, one last hurrah for the common folk. It's pretty funny. Also, he drinks Diet Coke, which is aspartame, so it's also like interesting.
No,
it's not really like
that's RFK's America, baby. We're getting real sugar back in
America. Yep.
I think it's apparently Coke made a statement saying they're not putting real sugar. We'll see.
It's also funny because all the autistic kids I know like Mountain Dew way better. So
because is it a little RFK nod?
Yeah, RFK. Well, we're gonna see autism plummet in this country because he's doing good stuff. And you know what? You don't believe me? Check back in a couple.
We're gonna get the numbers down. The autism numbers are gonna be lower than they've ever been before.
We're gonna stop the count. Let's go.
Yeah. But yeah, outside of Jets training camp, what an insane turnaround from Jets training camp to RFK autism. That's pretty impressive.
It's good
for podcasting, and we're only 4 minutes in, so this is like we're still at the retention rate. This is great.
Like progressive.
The Cowboys training camp had a fun little moment. Some guy, just like a Cowboys guy on Twitter, posted a video of training camp from either last year, I think it was 2 years ago, it was 2023, of Dak connecting with like Brandon Cooks on a deep pass, and said it was George Pickens. And like First Take posted it and was like, Dak Prescott connecting with new wide receiver George Pickens during training camp. And they issued an apology afterwards.
First Take. So,
But,
well, an intern got fired at First Take.
mm-hmm.
That sucks.
But Bears training camp, not
Meat and
the
potatoes.
hottest start.
Okay, but
According
here,
to beat
okay,
reporters.
yeah. I'll let. Do you want to give like a little synopsis? I feel like you're more plugged in.
Yeah, we'll start with first NFI list, not football injury. I think it was Ian Wheeler started off on it. He's off of it now. I want to say Cairo Santos was on it too, but he was just like had an excused absence. Jalen Johnson is the biggest name on it. He,
Right.
I think, had a hamstring or quad injury when he was just
Yeah.
doing some offseason training. Should be back soon, but
Shows he's
yeah,
grinding.
not practicing right now. Luther Burden, Zay Frazier, and I think Luke Newman were three rookies who are still not out on the field at training camp. They're in the building, but they haven't seen any practice time. They're all dealing with some. Luther Burden's got like a lingering soft tissue injury that they're not expecting him to miss any time, but those sort of things, they're not too transparent as far as
soft tissue. It's also like in hockey when they say he has like an upper body injury or he has a lower body injury.
It's just like a super generic.
Yeah, it's like
throw a
soft tissue. That could mean anything. Not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored. Yeah, I got tape over the logo. Yeah. We got big goals.
Yeah.
Outside
We're gonna be
of
by both them and Pepsi.
Outside of injuries, Caleb Williams and the first team offense is not looking too hot. It's sort of to be expected with the new regime, new coach, new system, and a new defensive coordinator who is like I think a lot better than people are realizing.
Okay, so to give context on him, out of the last, let's say, like 50 coordinators that have been hired from going from being a coordinator of either offense or defense to head coach, out of the last 50, how many do you think were offense versus defense?
Last 50 goes back probably longer than you think. I'd say it's like 60-40 or 65-35. That's a good question though.
But like offensive favored, right?
Yeah,
for sure, right? So I'm just pointing out that like to get hired as a defensive coordinator into a head coaching position is a very like elite group of defensive coordinators. Much less like sometimes you'll see a guy that kind of gets a shot as a head coach, more like we could say like Cliff Kingsbury archetype, because it's like he kind of has a style or a projection, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
A little bit, yeah.
And then those guys maybe don't always work out. Maybe Mark Trestman could be an example. Dude's pounding coke, by the way. This is pretty insane. And
that's all I had left.
I think like the offensive side of the ball, like they pan out probably to a higher degree, but maybe at a lower clip rate. Like if you get hired to be a head coach as a defensive coordinator, you got to be one of the best in the league, pretty much no doubt. Like, and you have to be a certain type of guy too, because there's a lot of D coordinators I feel like that are kind of just like, no, let me just coach defense, which is probably what Matt Eberflus should have done.
Yep.
But yeah, I think like I would assume that the general consensus is the defense from a coaching standpoint would maybe take a step back after losing Eberflus because people give him a lot of credit for his defense. But I would be shocked if from a coaching standpoint, at the minimum, it didn't take a giant leap forward.
Yeah, Eberflus, I'll give him credit. Like credit where credit's due. He knew how to coach a pretty good defense.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
It was really weird. The way he schemed up his defense was sort of like you wanted to get as much pressure as possible with four guys. I don't think he blitzed too often, and then you sort of had like a
never blitzed on third down. Never.
Yeah, almost like an umbrella coverage. Yeah, we never blitzed on third down, and that was what like ended up killing him and killed the Bears.
Dude, we gave up 3rd and 8 at like a 50% clip. It was
we were giving up like third and 15 like way too consistently.
Yeah.
That's what will change with Dennis Allen. I'm pretty sure he's no stranger to bringing pressure. I'm not too sure.
I think he runs bear. I think he runs like a 4-front. I don't know, but I know he was killing it with the Saints at some point, right?
Yeah, Saints defense was good when he was there. I mean, obviously he's not head coach material, so I don't think he got fired because he didn't get fired because their defense sucked. Like he got fired.
Yeah, well, he also how much attention can you really even put? Like even in Eberflus's position where everyone was basically like, dude, don't touch the offense. Like he still probably couldn't put like more than half of his efforts in purely into like the schematics of defense. Like, you know,
he wasn't touching the offense for a little bit. I remember because Clint Kubiak, because last year, if you remember back to the start of last season, like the Saints' first 2 games, they won by like a point margin of like 67, and then there was like the graphic of like the 4 teams.
oh
The
yeah,
last
dude,
4
it was
teams to win their first 2 games
unreal.
with a point margin of 60.
Oh
Like
my
they're all
god.
going to the Super Bowl, and we were all bought into the Saints,
Yeah.
and then they fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
And then I think they
Derek
fired
Carr.
Clint Kubiak, and then they fired Dennis Allen. Sort of what happened with the Bears, but
Mhm.
Dennis Allen now gets to be strictly a defensive guy with the Bears, and we don't really have to worry about him leaving because normally
True.
when you have like when we had Vic Fangio in 2018 and he was
Oh my
spectacular
god.
and that defense was amazing, got like scooped up by the Broncos.
Yeah, well,
Turned out he
he's sucked for
wasn't
the rest of his
a
career, so at least we dodged that bullet with Vic Fangio. It's not like he's had any success post Bears, right?
yeah. Now he's the D coordinator for the Eagles, I believe.
Oh,
I'm pretty
have
sure.
they done well recently?
Yep. Yeah. Super Bowl
But
champ, one of the best
but
defenses in the league.
to be fair, who did we decide to keep instead of him?
Sean
The
Desai.
legendary, huh? No, I'm
I want
saying
to.
like instead of promoting him to head coach and keeping him because he was going to get a head coach
Oh, we
job,
just
right?
stuck around with Nagy. But why were we gonna get rid of Nagy at that point? Like we were really good the year before Fangio left.
Yeah, it's true. Just like
Anyways,
we probably made the wrong call, but I mean, I don't
back
know.
to
Double
training camp.
doink. Can we really blame that on anyone?
Yeah,
God just
Cody
hates the
Parkey.
Bears, man.
Um,
True. Actually, good point.
and the guy that blocked it, it was tipped. It was tipped. Don't let him tell you otherwise.
I think that's fake news. I think that like the NFL has like a secret department that like only comes into play when players are like contemplating, you know, and
Yeah,
like
the
they
McCaskies, like
were just
doctored
like
the picture.
we need to fucking do something. This kid's about he's a wreck, like, you know, please. And they're like, oh, it's actually blocked. Cody Parkey.
It's not too. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. It's not too far off. Not
Oh,
out
they
of their
could do it.
abilities.
They could do it. I mean, they could definitely do it.
Anyways, back to training camp. Quite the
BT.
we're
T
getting
C.
going on quite the segue. Dennis Allen, his defense has been causing some fits for Caleb Williams in this offense so far. There was a 7-on-7 drill in the red zone today. Caleb went 0 for 5 and 2 interceptions. I'm pretty sure on the first run through. I think they did another one, and it was a little better, but I'm not sure if that was red zone or 7-on-7
So,
or they had moved to 11-on-11 at that point.
I mean, I don't see this really as bad in any way. Like, I mean, would you want him to go out there and just ace the test on the first try? Like, sure. But if you look at Caleb, like in his progression as a quarterback, goes to Oklahoma, makes spectacular plays all the time, out of structure.
Mm-hmm.
But you see him, you know, the arms there, everything's there. But it's always like, it always seems kind of like he's leaning heavily on his God-given ability, right? Which, I mean, no one's going to deny that. He gets to the league, and that's not going to fly, at least at the same clip that it was previously. He's got to, like, get humbled, for lack of a better word, I guess. The only way that he's going to really, like, grind it out and do the work that would require him to, like, reach the goals that he, like, is so confident about or so, like, forward with, you know, like winning a billion Super Bowls and being the GOAT and all this stuff. Like, I don't know. The one thing that I'm not totally sold on him was like, is he just an absolute nerd of football? Is he a guy that's going to be putting in, you know, Andrew Luck hours in the film room? Because you see his Instagram and the dude's fucking living the coolest life of all time. And it's like, I'm not against that, but a part of me thinks if you want to win 10 Super Bowls like you say you do, then, you know, you should be studying pretty tough, especially when Ben Johnson's your coach. I'm sure you got plenty to learn. So I think this is kind of going to give him some fire and it'll be good.
I agree with you don't want to go out. Like, if he was going out there and like it was all easy and flowing,
you wouldn't believe it, right?
I would almost think it's too good to be true. I feel
right.
like some Shane Waldron shit, like it was last year. I honestly, we're 2 days into a 6-week training camp with a brand new head coach. and a brand new offensive scheme, there's no reason to worry. I think a super underrated part about this is that Caleb last year threw 6 interceptions, and I think a lot of that was because he was coached to not throw interceptions. Like Eberflus always stressed the it was like called like 200, and it was like 2 touchdowns, 0 sacks, 0 turnovers, whatever. And that really like it was horrible with Justin Fields because Justin Fields was like sort of
not the type of guy that you
like
do
he could
that
sling
to.
it. He could sling it. Like you want to try. He had a ton of arm talent coming out of college. Like just get the ball out of your hands. Like if it gets picked off, it gets picked off. It led to him
with no weapons in a battle line.
Yeah. It led to him holding the ball. It led to him passing up on opportunities that were definitely there. Because in NFL windows are a lot smaller than you think.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. And I think we saw the same thing with Caleb. I've heard reports that his deep ball is still a little inaccurate. I don't know if that's all that true or if that's just reporters realizing like whatever Caleb Williams' deep ball gets good clicks. I'm gonna say that it looks bad. But I will say last year, especially early on in the season, when Caleb was missing on deep balls, he would miss them high and away, especially on the sideline. There's a ton of reps
throwing it in the place where only your receiver can possibly
only the receiver could possibly get it, and if it's not caught, there's literally no risk of it being intercepted.
No chance it's an interception. Right?
So many of his throws,
all of them,
that were 20 plus yards downfield, were just in places where literally no one can catch it, and I think a lot of that was Flus saying, "Do not throw an interception."
So one throw last year that was like, honestly, I can't even really remember a deep ball that was that great from him, but the one that was like on the money, and we're talking about a throw where his shoulders are, pointing up, was that throw down the sideline and get to Swift, I think against the Lions, where he just flicks it up against the Vikings, right?
That throw's disgusting.
And like that throw is just hit, like his brain is no way he's thinking. Instant, right? And like that's the kind of play that you're coaching out of him, and that's the kind of play that could make him the best quarterback in the league. Like it's so dumb.
So I don't mind at all that Caleb's throwing interceptions. If anything, hey, our defense,
good for them.
Props on them.
Their ego.
I'm sure offense has got to do some push-ups.
Yeah, there you go.
It's nothing I'm too worried about. I think when we get to preseason, if he's still having bad misses, and I'm honestly not all that worried about him turning the ball over through the air. If there's fumbles and stuff, because you're holding on the ball, that's bad. If you're throwing interceptions, Ben Johnson, one of the first things he said, one of his first interviews when he came over, is that he's a statistics guy. He's an EPA guy, which is the expected points added. If you throw an interception, it's often less of a hit on your win probability than it is to take a sack on any drive. Like last year, the Lions beat Houston and Jared Goff threw five picks. Like you can turn the ball over and win. I am not I would much rather have a Caleb Williams who is taking chances, going for those windows and throwing 4 or 5 more picks a year than the Caleb Williams we had last year, who's missing high and away because his coach is telling him, don't risk turning the ball over. Is that what's happening right now at training camp? I have no idea. I can't even speculate. I haven't seen any of the actual, I've seen clips. One of the interceptions was batted. The other one kind of looked like it was into triple coverage, which wasn't great. But as far as, the mentality that I want out of my quarterback, I'll take the gunslinger.
I think a tough pill to swallow for Bears fans that I might be coming to the realization of now. You could make an argument that his game regressed last year as a pure quarterback. Other than NFL reps, that's great. But there is a chance that maybe his game got worse from being in that environment. I mean, if the stuff that he's saying is true about film and whatever, and or at least there's some validity to it.
They weren't watching film with him.
Yeah, and that you're talking about this 200 stuff, totally makes sense. And if he didn't really have who's his veteran quarterback to go to, Tyson Bagent or fucking the backup on? Yeah.
We've got Case Keenum.
What is Case Keenum going to tell you? I mean, was Case Keenum on the team last year? He was.
No, We brought
No,
him in
yeah.
this offseason.
Who was the oldest QB on the team last year? It was either Bajan or Caleb, right?
We had
Or was it Nathan Peterman?
no, we had some other guy. We had Austin Reed, who was the QB3. Caleb,
Okay.
I want to say, was almost the oldest. Bajan was
So like
was there too.
I mean, I like there's another like he just didn't have a lot of room to grow, or he didn't have a lot of opportunity to grow. I guess he has a lot of room to grow, but it like I don't know. I'm so sold on Caleb Williams being a college football fan and just being a fan of his character. Like he's gonna work. You just got to give him time, and you got to give him the right things to work with. But he's gonna work. Could go down his bag take, but like
the camera can't see it, but I'm sitting like I'm on like almost like a pregnancy table right now. You know, like the
I not exactly
did.
know what that means. Like, is yours the stirrups?
Yeah. Like I'm on stirrups.
Yeah. Okay.
My legs are sweating right now, so I'm trying to give him some air to breathe. But luckily, we're just getting my head.
You lose a lot of weight during pregnancy. Actually,
do like interviews. Did you know that? Like this. That's crazy. Wow. They honestly should weigh pregnant women before and after pregnancy and see. That would
be and be like, because imagine how many calories you're burning. Like, that'd be crazy.
Not as many as getting when you get kicked in the balls.
No, that's true. That's a great point. That's actually a fucking great point. That's solid.
Yeah, you burn way more calories.
Getting kicked in the balls. You actually lose more weight from getting kicked in the balls if you're trying to lose weight. If you're trying to gain muscle, then you gain more muscle. It's more about a mindset thing because we have better hormones. Because we're the chosen people. How many women are in the NFL?
Ooh, all right. I think we've covered training camp for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, also anything that you really draw as a concrete from training camp can be proven wrong in like 25 seconds of the first game. So, take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. But I will be overanalyzing absolutely everything when I go to camp.
Yeah. And I think we gotta pick up on like dynamics of like, do the wide receivers fuck with Caleb? Does the offensive line I don't like what's a good thing for an offense? Like, would they have a cool sleepover together with Kai Cenat? Like, would they be vibing?
Yeah,
do our wide receivers have at least one mental illness?
Needs, man.
Yeah. Like, Luther Burden, he could be Antonio Brown. We just got to keep him.
It's looking more like he might be Juju Smith-Schuster or Chase Claypool. No. This guy's making a lot of TikToks.
Is he really?
He's all over TikTok. He's in the building making like 6 or 7 TikToks a day.
He did grow up poor, very poor.
I guess
that's gonna hold a lot of hope for a long time for me.
Because he went to East St. Louis.
He went to East St. Louis, dude. Like, that is the cool. Cool might not be the best word. Scary, also not the best word.
Dude,
but it's some combination.
They were a terrifying team to go up against. They were every year like the Sloche for our non-existent listeners who might be listening to this and are not from Illinois or familiar with what Sloche is, but every year Sloche, which is like a high school IHSA Illinois high school like sports account, East St. Louis is like top 3 every year. It's them, like Loyola and Mount Carmel.
They play IMG like every other year.
Yes. So I was watching
Luther Burden
because I was just like watching some Luther Burden high school highlights for like trying to find some clips to post on Sleeper Bears. And there's a play because they played against IMG when he was in high school. They lined him up at punter and lined up as if they were going to punt, and he just took off and scored like an 80-yard touchdown.
That's bad coaching. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Awesome. Luther Burden punts too?
Yeah. Damn. And he just took off. The only clip I could find of it's from a really bad angle. I saw another video, but it was just like straight from a TikTok or something, and it was like they had text all over the screen. But it was cool.
To be fair, wouldn't be that shocked if East St. Louis had trouble finding a good punter and kicker.
It's a good point. They probably go for 2 every time, to be honest, and go for it on 4.
Yeah. That's just what I would like to say.
What should we get into next? Should we get into our
Let's draft some folks.
Let's draft some folks.
Let's draft some folks. Are you down
All
to
right.
draft some folks?
Yep. Yeah, we're all right. We're doing. Well, I got to figure out how we're gonna how am I gonna phrase this for clip farming.
It just had some dings, bro.
Yeah, just add some dings. Some
I could be the
booms.
ding guy.
Be the ding guy.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right. What we're drafting. All right. So if you watched our listeners, if you haven't watched the Netflix quarterback show, it's a Netflix documentary that follows 3 NFL quarterbacks throughout the season. And we are going to draft our dream Netflix quarterback show. So for Clip Farm's sake, we're doing this one is current quarterbacks, by the way. I really don't know how to do this to make.
Do you get the first pick? Are we giving you the first pick?
Should we? I think. How about this for Hall of Fame? You can take the first pick.
I'll take the first pick. All time, not necessarily Hall of Fame.
Yeah, all time. Sorry. For current, I will take the first pick.
Are we snaking? Do I get like a fantasy draft? Do I get the second and third pick, and then you get the fourth and fifth pick?
No.
That's bullshit.
That's fine, you get a first pick in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but there's more parity if we do a snake. I have a better chance of having a better draft than you.
But you have a better chance of getting a better draft than me in the next draft of all-time players.
True. We could do no snake. But the snake is cool. I like the snake. Just for the record, I like a snake. Top 5 animal. Maybe 6.
I think if we got into that debate, I don't think snakes making the top 5, unfortunately. There's a lot of animals. A lot of animals out there.
There's a lot of snakes that are not happy with you right now.
Typical.
That is you're going to be drafting fucking dogs. And tell me what, dogs, they can be pissed off at you all. And like, if every dog hated me, it'd be fine because they're not actually going to do anything. But if all the snakes hate you, ooh, baby, that's not a good place to be. Let me just say that. You do not want to be against the snakes.
I don't know. I think I stand a good shot. They got no legs, so good luck. I'm just gonna get on a table.
All right.
Damn, this actually just came through. Darnell Mooney, shoulder injury, will miss a few weeks. We're never gonna get to this draft if I keep introducing other stuff. All right, we are drafting our dream Netflix quarterback season. I get the first pick, and I'm taking none other than Josh Allen.
Thank God. Oh, what? Really? That's not who I was taking.
I thought you were going to take someone else. But I'm taking Josh Allen number 1.
Well, I want to get picks 2 and 3, but
you're getting pick 2.
I'll take pick 2. And psychology-wise, I should take a certain guy because you'll probably be more likely to take him, and I could get this guy later. So I will do that. And yeah, I'll take Caleb Williams because that'd be sick.
That's fine. Take him. I want Baker Mayfield. I want Baker with my next pick.
I had a third round grade on Baker. It's a third round grade on Baker. Baker's good.
Baker, that's fine. There's only 3 rounds. It's not
Baker's good. Baker's good. Baker's good. Definitely draftable. Definitely draftable. But I'm about to eat a W. And I'm drafting Jameis motherfucking Winston. He is who I wanted to take with the number 1 overall pick, but I thought you were going to take Caleb. Because Jameis, Jameis.
I forgot about Jameis.
Come on, bro.
He's not even on my board.
I could have gotten Jar Jar Binks in the 3rd round.
However, my 3rd pick will not disappoint. Sort of Jameis archetype. Give me Geno Smith. I want a quotable guy. A lot of heart. Gotta love him. Geno Smith at 3 is. I'm so happy with that pick. I'm so happy.
Geno Smith's cool. Geno Smith's cool. 3rd. No, this is a tough one, but I think this would be really interesting because I want to get an insight into how this guy trains and how this guy approaches the game. It's going to be Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is fucking 5'2", and he's unbelievable at football. And he plays video games, and we get to see if he plays video games or not.
My season is getting twice as
I have
many
Jameis.
5-star
I have
ratings.
Jameis. I have Jameis.
I have
No,
Josh
I have
Allen.
Jameis.
Everybody loves Josh Allen. He's the poster boy of the NFL.
Okay,
And Baker Mayfield, come on. We got
that's
Baker
cool.
and Geno, so we get the whole backstory of all the teams that they've been to and their redemption arc. It'd be awesome.
They haven't been to that many teams. Baker's been to 3 teams.
Baker's
4
been
teams?
to 4 teams.
3 teams.
4 teams.
Okay, he was the Panthers and the Rams is 1 team combined.
Nope. Those are 2 separate teams.
He didn't do anything with the Panthers, and he did one thing with the Rams. It was cool, but he sucked after it. If we're being
I had argued that the best football of his career came after that Rams game, but sure.
okay, but that's later, very late. You mean we're talking about the 92-yard drive?
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was great. But then after that with the Rams, he wasn't good.
I don't even think he played that much more with the Rams after that.
Yeah, but he wasn't good, or else he would have.
Well, he is spectacular now. And
spectacular? He's a cool guy.
He has, I want to say, past 2 years, the most touchdowns in the NFL.
No, I believe that. He's good, but he's not spectacular. I'd say he's like the 8th or 9th best quarterback.
We're in the same spot.
Nah, I would never say he's top 8. Are you kidding me?
Top 9 for sure.
Yeah.
Top 8.
Top 9. Hell no. The old me would have said that.
I got my top 3 picks, bro. I mean, I lacked on Jameis. Would you have gone Josh Allen if I went Jameis 1?
No, I wouldn't have drafted Josh Allen. I don't see an interest in Josh Allen.
Josh Allen's hilarious. He's like
Chris Pratt. He does a lot of. But here's the thing though. Josh Allen will like that content will get out there. I feel like you already have seen 85% of what would be on the show for Josh Allen in terms of personality and flair. But like getting behind the scenes with Jameis, bro.
How about this?
Be unreal. Jameis literally only drops bangers.
That is true. That is very true. I will assume that they're making another season of quarterback.
Okay.
Whichever one of us from our draft has more guys that are actually in the season of quarterback. Okay. Oh, is the other one a drink?
I knew what you were gonna say. That's inappropriate.
I was gonna say like $5.
No. Well, gambling is illegal, Michael.
No.
If it's unsanctioned. So that would be illegal.
All right. Well,
nice try.
It's recorded. We know who is on our draft. We'll come back.
I have an infatuation with Kyler Murray too because he's short, but also
Kyler Murray is not making it on the next season at quarterback.
Well, it was our dream fucking quarterback, and I want to see Kyler Murray because, dude, like, how does he even like play in the NFL?
It's true.
How tall? He's literally 5'8" without cleats on.
I don't know.
That's
why aren't you in the NFL?
Because I'm 5'6". If I was 5, you don't think I'd be in the NFL if I was 5'8"?
You might have been. That's facts.
That's facts. Okay, thank you.
Let the people at home know.
If I was 5'8" and I could throw the ball 40 more yards,
you can't throw the ball very far though.
I could throw the ball really far if I could throw it 40 more yards. That's the thing about that. I can throw a ball pretty good though. Shout out my arm. Shout out my right arm. Left one, not as good. But all time.
All right. Yeah. We got to clip farm for the sake of clip farming. We are drafting.
Oh, I also kind of missed out on a current one instead of Kyler, but it would have been Gardner Minshew. But like, I don't know if that even counts. But he would be cool.
Yeah, he'd be fun. No, we are drafting our dream Netflix quarterback season. All time, we can take any quarterback in NFL history. Graham, you get first overall pick.
All right. So again, I'm at the dilemma where I don't think you're going to take this guy who I have graded as number 1, my first round grade on. Okay. So I'm going to go to a guy that you might, hopefully, and that's going to be Mr. Andrew Luck. I know who you're going to draft. You're going to draft the worst version of him. I know who you're going to draft.
No, I know exactly who I'm drafting with my number 1 pick, and that's Smoking Jay Cutler.
Ooh,
I'm
yeah.
taking
I had a
Smoking
second round
Jay.
grade. I had a second round grade on Smoking Jay. That's a good pick. It's a good
That is a
pick.
lovely. I'm sorry. He just like he's such a like his character is aged so well as far as like
Put a
sort of
mic
like
in
what
front of him, and he's actually a
yeah,
very, very,
yeah,
very
he's
funny, likable
hilarious.
guy. Yeah.
Like I think because like when he was playing or like when he was at his best, like social media and all the coverage of the NFL isn't what it is
Right.
today. If you
No, it
had
wasn't
that
personality
today,
based.
like when he was playing, it would have been straight comedy. I think he would have been one
It
of the
would have
more
been
popular
amazing.
quarterbacks in the whole league.
Yes.
Are you
I
taking
agree
your
with
second
that.
pick?
All right. So again, I could take a guy who I had the first round grade on, but I don't know if you're gonna take him. So I'm between two now. Okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna take Broadway Joe. Joe Namath.
Take him.
Joe Namath I mean, you're talking about one of the coolest guys of all time. You're talking about a guy who won the only Super Bowl for the Jets. You're talking about a guy who won a national championship in college for Alabama, playing under Bear Bryant, legend. You're talking about a guy that's going to have endless stories, and a guy that at a billion years old still thought he was cool enough to, on live television, kiss a reporter who was literally 45 years younger than him. He's a fucking badass. Like, that would be a fun guy to get into the mind of and to get a little bit of an idea what's going on upstairs with him.
Nah, Broadway Joe would just be surprised that color television is what it is today. I don't think a guy that far back.
He would be, yeah. Well, you're gonna save that joke for another time, but he is gonna have a lot of good stories.
Television
that
wouldn't
much.
be the only thing.
Yeah, something like that. But
yeah, not the only thing.
He would be very surprised
about
that televisions could do all the things that they do today. There's a lot, like you could watch YouTube on them. You can fly planes. And there's a TV right there when you fly. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a movie on the plane.
They got TVs in the front of buses now.
Yeah, they do. No, that's true. That's true. If you've been on city transit in the last decade, and they've got little TVs at the front of the bus, it usually tells you the information about like the bus stops that are upcoming. Sometimes it'll be weather from someone that's like, it'll be weather on a channel that doesn't exist. It'll be like channel 8.7. Yeah. It's like a guy that doesn't even really look like he's a real person filming in someone's basement.
Is it my second pick? Yeah.
Yes.
You pick Broadway Joe. I'm going the go. Give me Brady. Specifically, give me
Brady
2017, 2018 Brady, 28-3.
When he lost?
No, when they won. The comeback against
2017? Oh, the year. So you mean the offseason after?
I just
that was an offseason.
I want that season where they beat the Falcons. I think it was 2018.
Oh, wasn't that 2016?
Maybe it was. I think you're right, actually.
It was the year after Broncos, wasn't it? Wasn't it the year after Broncos?
That's facts, yeah. I just want 28-3 Brady. That would be awesome.
28-3 Brady would be unreal.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
I mean, there's so much coverage on it already, but like I think it would be sick.
Would you want him the offseason after or the offseason into that season?
You would have the offseason into that season. Sort of like the anticipation, sort of the
because that'd be cool because you didn't know that the moment was gonna happen at that point. Yeah.
And he does well.
Right, that's a good pick.
No, because the season it comes out after the season drops. So he doesn't know what's going to happen.
Right. That's what I mean, though. That's what I mean, though. Yeah. Okay. I know what you're saying, though. Because we're getting last year's now. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to me. First overall pick could have been easily the best pick of this draft. A guy who lost a Super Bowl, maybe two. I think at least one. Played for a team in our division.
Take him.
Fran Tarkenton, the GOAT.
You're lying.
Fran Tarkenton, bro. Fran Tarkenton. Serious? Yes, absolutely.
Plead your case. Go for it. I was never picking Fran Tarkenton.
So Fran Tarkenton, like, if you watch any of his highlights, I don't know if you have, he literally runs around in the backfield for more than 10 seconds and then throws a bomb. And every time it works, at least on his highlights. But it's sick.
I guess.
And based on that, I would want to ask him about his playing style because basically if you had a coach that like kind of saw what he was up to and like kind of could like hone his skill, he would have been the most influential quarterback of all time. He was the
Sure, but
first truly mobile quarterback, and he was very good.
I don't think you've watched enough of Netflix's Quarterback. I don't know how
I don't
many of
think I
these
have either.
It's like they just follow like them throughout their lives, and then they do like the game recap.
Yeah,
and
okay.
stuff.
I would love to see Fran Tarkenton's day today. That's what I hoped it was. Because like that's why Andrew Luck was my first overall pick, because his process for the game, I would say, is second to none.
Yeah,
A lot of people would say a dude with an even bigger forehead than him would be a great pick. But I think Andrew Luck's even cooler because he's also like super athletic, and like I think he's the greatest football mind to have ever lined up behind the center. That's what I will say. So his process would be sick. That's why I picked him. Broadway Joe would be sick to just observe because he's like the luckiest quarterback of all time. And he thinks he's better than he is, but he is pretty good. So it's like he's just going to be a hot shot. Like basically imagine if like Joe Burrow won his first 2 Super Bowls. Like what kind of fucking swagger would that motherfucker walk around with? That would be Joe Namath. And then Fran Tarkenton, he's just the guy that is mobile quarterback, but he's playing in the 60s.
good argument, but unfortunately, with my third pick, I'm taking Mike Vick the year he went to prison. We
Ooh,
get a
when
look
did do you
inside
know when that
of
happened?
this now. I want to say it was like 06 or 07, something
No,
like
but
that.
like in terms of the year, like in terms of like, was it like an off-season thing, or was it like if would Mike Vick be on the first 3 episodes and not on the last 2 or something like that?
I don't know, but if the season opened up with like him walking out of jail,
That would be
like
pretty epic.
that would be so awesome.
You know Tucker Carlson? You ever heard of him?
Yeah, I know who Tucker Carlson is.
Do you know what his opinion on the Michael Vick incident was?
I don't know. The dogs were dressing like they wanted.
Unbelievably, I bet this is, I swear to God, real. He said Mike Vick deserves the death penalty.
Really?
I swear to God.
That seems
Or life in prison. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but I'm pretty sure that's
this
what it
is
was.
racially motivated. Like 100%.
He definitely.
This is Tucker Carlson we're talking about. We can say that this is racially motivated.
Potentially. Maybe. I don't know. I think he also
more likely
he's,
than
he's
not.
he's pretty damn good at fucking shock value though.
Who,
I don't know how
Tucker?
true.
Oh,
Yeah, I
dude,
don't
they
know if
nail
he's
it.
more. I don't know if he's more of a race. Like I'm not saying he's neither. He's definitely both. But I don't know if he's more racist or if he's more of just like got the Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith gene in him, where he's like, I need to say the dumbest thing in the world right now. You know
But
what
the
I mean?
topic is like just incredibly divisive American politics. It's like him and
Yeah.
what's Marjorie Taylor Greene, the
Ooh,
girl.
she's
He like
better.
has a
Well,
podcast.
she's
They have
like,
a podcast together now, and it's like
no way. I
yeah,
mean, she's like basically, I don't know. We could get into politics, but like, she's a free thinker. I'll say that. She has some ideas. She's just got she's got a very short, like if you imagine like the brain and the mouth is like a hallway, right? Like, you got like the storage room where all like the stuff is made, right? Like her hallway between her brain and her mouth is like very, very, very small. She doesn't always like process things before just like blabbing them in like under oath and shit, or like, at congressional hearings. And so like, or on Twitter, I guess. So like, some stuff flies out that's pretty wild, but overall, interesting figure. Interesting figure. I will say that. Very interesting figure.
talking about a figure.
You know who else? I was gonna say, who else has an interesting figure?
T-Rex.
And that would be true. I was gonna say Jaden Daniels' mom.
She has an interesting figure, or she is an interesting figure?
No, she has an interesting figure.
In what way?
Proportion.
Interesting.
Kind of.
Who is an interesting figure and is a great way to conveniently segue to our next hypothetical? Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh. Did you pick a third pick, by the way? Just throw it out there.
Yeah, I took Mike Vick the year he went to prison.
Right. Okay.
And that's how we got onto
I'm
our
just thinking
Tucker.
about your draft versus my draft. Cool. Mine's better. That's cool. Cool. Fran Tarkenton, go.
I'm taking mine. Well, let us know in the
That's how it
comments whose
should go.
team
That's
you're
how it should
taking.
go. Yeah. Either take Team Dog Killer or Team Fran Tarkenton and Graham. Those are the names. No one. I had to try. I guess I
Is that a
chose.
name? Is that a
But
name
he was
reveal?
like, name reveal. Fuck. Oh yeah. Clip that. Chat. Clip that.
Chat.
Okay, but you were saying.
Well, I'll let you ask the hypothetical because it was your question. I'll give my answer and then we'll debate. But make sure you ask it in a sort of I can clip farm that, please. Thank you.
Okay, let me think.
Just ask me would you rather this or that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll just have a 2-second lead. Basically, was kind of conversing at work, maybe some yak with the fellow co-workers, right? You know, cube to cube, a little ayo. And it dawned on me that we play Don. That's how you say it. It dawned on me that we still play Rogers this year, which is a pleasure that we didn't get last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And were we scheduled to play the Jets the year that he popped his thing? I thought so, right?
No.
Did we play them? No? Okay, never mind. But anyway, it's the first time we're gonna be playing Rogers since he's left that team up north, right? And basically, Michael, a situation will arise, and I wanted to ask you a question. And that question is, as a diehard Bears fan, would you rather go 2-0 against the team up north, Green Bay, but Rodgers just kicks the fucking shit out of us, does the fucking discount double check in the end zone? I still own you. I'll always own you. Mm-hmm.
I thought this was just if we beat them, we're getting the shit kicked out of us now.
Oh yeah.
No, this makes it so
but
much.
listen. The other scenario is we go 0-2 versus Green Bay, but we literally end his career.
No, this is. That's not.
You could look at it either way.
Well, that completely changes my answer because I don't want to end his career because that's like that was not
want to
fun
end his career.
No. I want to go and see I want to go and just beat him. Like if we beat him up, that's even better. But I don't want to end his career. That sucks.
I feel like that'd be pretty epic. Bears fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Okay, I could re-ask it.
Just ask. I feel like this is a more interesting hypothetical if we then can debate whether like we get our ass kicked both times, one time, no times, or if it's a close game and such.
Okay, we can find the medium. So I'll lay the groundwork. So the premise is we're either going to beat Green Bay twice and lose to Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh, or
can I stop?
You want me to say would you rather?
Yeah, and just
I like the premises. The premises.
I know, like, but cool as far as like where I'm gonna so this is probably like whoever's listening right now is gonna turn this shit off because
we could make an edit.
Just clip. Nah, I feel like Raw is better. First off, for the listeners, we've already prefaced. We prefaced already, so we can just go ahead and ask it. But for the clip farmers. Me, I need to start the clip with just a question. Now, see, people call us just a sports podcast, but they're getting into the mind of a creator. All right. So complain all you want, but you're not getting this anywhere else. All right.
It's true. Except for maybe with Tyler.
Who?
Getting in the mind of a creator.
I'm sorry. We're going to cut that. No, I'm kidding. I'm not editing. we don't cut any of the shit of us talking about how to clip farm, but I miss out on your creator joke, and we're cutting that out. Just ask me, would you rather beat Aaron Rodgers and lose to the Packers both times, or beat the Packers twice and lose to Aaron Rodgers? Because that way, it's a good, clean, coherent start to a clip, and we can converse from there.
Michael, looking at the Bears' schedule next year, I have a question for you. All right. Would you rather beat Green Bay twice and lose to Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh, or lose to Green Bay twice, but you give Rodgers some justice and you beat him in Pittsburgh? What are your thoughts?
Is that your final take? You're sticking with that one?
Oh, we could go one more. No, that is my final take.
This might be a cold take, but I'm beating Rodgers because I don't think we're ever going to play him again. We play the Steelers every 4 years. He ain't going to be there. We get one last hurrah against Rodgers in our house. I want to beat him. I'll take 2 losses against the Packers, which might be like, as a Bears fan, it kind of hurts, and it like hurts the record too. But we lose to the Packers twice all the time. I'm used to it. It's nice beating them last season. We should have beat them twice, but well, I'll probably be at the Pittsburgh game too. So I would like to beat Rodgers. What do you? What do you?
We don't. So that's why I moved the goalpost originally into the territory where we could really put a hurting on Rodgers, because I feel like if it's straight up, it's no question I'd rather beat Green Bay twice. When's the last time we swept Green Bay in a year?
I don't know. I was gonna look that up. It's been
like 2018. We should have, but we didn't.
It might have been.
It was probably like 2005 or 6.
Yeah,
like legitimately. That's 20 years. And the most recent time they did it was 2 years ago.
And since 2007.
Yeah. Like
Favre's final season in Green Bay. So, I mean, last time we played Favre as a Packer, we beat him.
It's fair. Well, yeah, as a Packer, yeah, it's fair. Okay. And we also beat him the last time we played.
Are you beating Green Bay twice?
Yeah, I think that it's if there's no added if we just beat Rodgers in Pittsburgh, like I don't think that's that crazy, because I would honestly think that we would beat them with like in terms of outperforming our expectation this year. If you could guarantee me a win versus Pittsburgh, or if you could guarantee me 2 wins versus Green Bay, obviously this should be in a vacuum, but like I would just be more surprised that we beat Green Bay twice. Not that it would imply that, we'd be a better team overall. That's too in fairy tale land, but like just straight up, like if we beat Green Bay twice next year, I'd be shocked. If we beat Pittsburgh next year, I would be like happy, but I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I agree. I just would like to, before Rodgers kicks the bucket metaphorically on his football career, I'd like to beat him. It would be very nice.
To. I would love to. I do think though that like to a degree, even if we beat the shit out of him, he'll like not legacy wise, he'll always be remembered as kicking our ass, obviously. But like the last moment that's gonna stick in my brain, unless we like pop his shoulder out, is gonna be him saying, "I still own you" in the end zone.
Okay,
after he fucking ran in a touchdown.
But if we lose to Rodgers, there is a very high chance that he walks off the field at Soldier Field one last time and says, "I will forever own you."
Oh, it's going to be
happens,
ridiculous.
I will never forget it. And I've had too many unforgettably terrible moments as a Bears fan for that to happen. I think I can live with 2 more losses against the Packers if it means we get to beat Rodgers one last time.
Yeah, I mean, like it's worth more. It's definitely a bigger chip, but yeah, if he does win, he'll do so. Is it at Soldier?
Yeah.
Is that like confirmed?
Yes, I will be there. November 23rd.
It's going to be a night game.
It's not.
Is it already confirmed? Not?
Mm-hmm.
I bet it will be. I bet it'll get flexed.
But they normally don't flex that early into the season, but
I would be shocked. Is it a 3:30 game? There's no way that's going to be a noon game. It's Rodgers versus the Bears. Like, I feel like that's
Rodgers also plays the Packers, and that is a night game. It's a noon game, November 23rd.
Interesting. Does Pittsburgh have a large fan base?
One of the biggest in the world.
Because they're the smallest market in the NFL outside of like Green Bay, right?
No.
And so I'm pretty sure it's like them and like maybe Charlotte. Like, no, dude, Pittsburgh is small as fuck. I want to say Pittsburgh is like 270,000 people.
There's no way. Packers, Bills, Saints, Jaguars,
for sure. But like population of their town, what's the population of Pittsburgh? I think it's like really low.
It's got to be at least 1 million. Like Baltimore. Oh wow, 303,000.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's fucking ridiculously small.
Wow. Buffalo's 200,000.
Yeah, Buffalo's tiny.
New Orleans is 300,000. Jacksonville almost has 1 million people.
Jacksonville's the biggest city in Florida.
Wow. Did not know that.
Mm.
I guess, yeah. So they are a much smaller.
Because I feel like their fan presence is.
They have like one of the biggest fan bases, mainly because like they were just around. Like their fan base is probably like one of the oldest. Like they're super popular among the 45 to 60 range. Basically, they were just like really good in the 70s when the NFL was becoming popular.
And they're a blue collar team. They're good at defense.
Mm-hmm.
Never had any character flaws with any of their players.
No, never. But other than that, I think we covered everything. I don't have anything else really. I have one. It's not much of a joke.
You forgot this twice now.
Training camp, quarterback.
No, we did that. We did that too.
The hypothetical.
We did that.
The frog instrument, desk item of the day.
Desk item of the day. I have a new one that I could go get
your
from
shirt
upstairs. But no, the item that you forgot was uniforms.
Oh, well, the Steelers dropped some ugly ass uniforms. 1933 throwbacks. Just like, what are we doing? What do we do? Pick a more recent year. You got better looks than that.
But I don't know.
Not 100-year anniversary. It's not 75 years. You just picked an ugly jersey.
They're going to Giants. People will buy them,
I guess.
Do they look like Packers jerseys? That would be a smart marketing play.
I don't think so. But the Packers jerseys look like Bears jerseys.
Dumb.
They're like almost they're navy and it's like a brownish gold, but it looks orange in photos.
Also, their helmet thing, like the helmet thing, dude, it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, also Illinois did it. Mixed reaction from the internet, if I remember correctly. I'd say almost mostly negative.
No. Mostly positive for sure.
I don't know. I think you're pretty deep into the Illinois side of the internet. But
I am sitting in front of an Illinois poster.
But no, I think it was at worst mixed. Like, I don't think it was super lopsided. I did see a lot of people think it looked bad, but like, I don't know. I think it's just weird to kind of like bring that. Like, that's an Illinois helmet. This is the same exact helmet and the Packers are wearing it.
Yeah. So I think the reasoning is just like everyone wore the same helmet back then. Everyone was just wearing leather caps. I
just feel like the novelty of it's totally gone after U of I did it once.
Yes, I agree. And I think if I wasn't an Illinois fan, I would like appreciate the jerseys more. If I wasn't like from Illinois at all, I'd say, okay, this is cool that the Packers are doing this. Because Illinois did it first, and now the Packers are copying them like literally less than a year later. It's the most unoriginal piece of garbage
super unoriginal
I've ever seen. But
I also think
but it is a privilege that only some of the oldest teams in the league can even do, because you've been around long enough to the point where you were wearing leather helmets.
You were playing football when you were safe.
Yeah, and your jersey colors like don't even resemble what they are now. Right. So it's cool. It's a nice homage. Personally, I love the leather look on the helmet. I think it's like really cool. But I think one more team doing it, and it's overplayed.
So my take on that is Illinois gets the pass because they were the first ones to do it. So in the name of creativity and everything, that was cool. But I think like optically horrible. I think it looks so dumb. Like, I don't know.
The actual design?
Like I just think it looks bad. Like it looks accurate.
You're just mad because we wore them when we beat Michigan.
You know what? You did beat Michigan in that I was pretty emotionally detached from that game at that point in the season. Put all my chips on one game that year, and it actually worked out pretty good. But I think like the look of it just it hits your brain weird. It's like fucking uncanny valley because it's like leather helmet wrapped around head, but then it's a helmet, so it's like adding an extra like 3 inches on either side of your diameter of or circumference or whatever of your head. So then it makes me like I don't know. It looks weird. It looks weird to me.
I'm curious with the Guardian. I'm curious with the Guardian caps.
Yeah. That's facts.
Because are they just going to be like brown Guardian caps, or are they going to paint it?
What if they did actual leather
cap on top of
Guardian
the
caps?
That actually, I mean, we're not that far from the NFL going full circle and just abandoning hard shell plastic helmets. And
it's gonna happen.
Helmets. So
it's gonna happen. I think like if you, I don't know if there's like really good research behind it because like how good of concussion data were we taking in the fucking 30s and 20s? Like, you know, you got to fucking, he got his bell wrong. Oh, he's seeing 3 people. That happens all the time. Just shake it off. You'll be fine. Like that's how they used to talk too, which is crazy. But like I can't imagine football wouldn't be safer if you had to wear leather helmets instead of the ones that we wear today. Like you just can't use your head to tackle if you don't have a helmet. Your head can't be involved in the tackle if you don't have a helmet. Your brain won't even really let you do it. Like if you try to spear someone in the ribs with your helmet and you don't have the hard shell on, you're going to break your neck or you're going to fucking black out from a concussion.
Yeah, I think if you had no pads, NFL would be safer. I think the problem is you like the O-line stuff is weird. It is a really interesting debate. Like it's because rugby is so much safer than football is. It's not even close. Like,
not even close.
I think,
especially above the neck.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of like there's similar amounts of structural injuries like knees, hips, and ankles.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of concussions, it's not even close. Also, here's a little fun homage to that. I don't know if you I don't know if you guys saw this, but I sent Michael an Instagram reel of a guy in a rugby game drinking a beer. You see that? He pulled his hamstring. That's sick. So that was actually like a charity match between like retired legends from like 2 different teams, right? It was like an Irish team, like an Irish and Scottish legends team, and then it was like the Australian side. I want to say like their legends team, and all those guys were like 40 to 60 years old, and they're playing rugby still. So, I don't think you'd see that.
It's an ageless game.
It is.
I mean, when we play, there are literally 40-year-olds
old
playing D3 rugby, which is pretty impressive. D2, D3,
D3. We could say D2 for the fans.
But D1 rugby,
D1 rugby, world class Premier League, Australian rugby.
New Zealand, I think I got one thing I thought up in the shower before we hopped on a recording, and it's
is it a banger?
I kind of love it, but is
it like a joke?
Yeah, more of an impression.
Oh, an impression.
Yeah. Wait, you have anything before we?
I have an impression. I have an impression joke actually.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I've actually been told I do a great British accent. Swear to God. No, like everyone tells me I can do a great British accent, right?
Let's hear it.
Oh, I might.
Are you ready, blood?
Were you expecting it to be good? To get the punchline? Because I said I could do a great British accent, but it's just doesn't mean it's good.
Damn, dude, these are flying over my head. They're too good for me.
Or
pretty nice.
Only the dumbest of our fans will understand the reference. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that was my joke of the day.
Nice. All right, I've got This is an impression of the Joker, but if it was 2025 and he's chronically online. Right? You say digging in your butt, twin, and nobody bats an eye. But you say digging in your twin butt. Digging in your twin butt. And everybody starts losing their minds.
That is fucking funny. That's pretty fire, actually. That's pretty fire. That's pretty fire.
So stupid.
That's pretty funny. Because I'm pretty sure that the first part of that has been said before online.
Digging in your butt, twin. Just start digging in your butt, twin. Have you seen that this week?
I've seen digging in your butt a lot.
It's trending.
But
right
like,
now. Just start digging in your butt, twin.
But like, chat, do we chat on a personal? We dig in our butt like low key, right? Like not like
after we hop off,
not like in a gross way.
I'd probably dug in my butt while during this recording. I'm on stirrups, digging in my butt, twin.
Okay, chat, because sometimes chat, I'll see a meme online like that, and I'll be like,
I forget that this is going to be immortalized on the internet, and I just said that, but
actually, I watched this Vsauce video, and it won't be immortalized on the internet.
It will be, yeah.
No,
yeah, that's what the Vsauce video was. Those are our ghosts. Our ghosts are us talking about digging in our butt.
Okay, but someone's gonna forget. There's gonna be the last person ever to remember that Michael was digging.
Maybe it will not be immortalized.
Ep.7.
Yes, in stirrups.
Fun fact of the week: I was playing my brother in NCAA, and I was BMing at the end of a game, and I scored a 1-point safety to make it a 1-point game, so I could beat my 1 point. Shout out to the name of our podcast.
Yeah. Wow. Forgot that was our name. Pretty cool.
Pretty epic.
All right. That's a wrap for
desk item of the week. Desk item of the week.
Yeah, desk item of the week. Show the people. There's a listener who's been waiting all 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 5 seconds for a desk item of the week, which is
a fader cap for a mixing board.
Fader cap for a mixing board. Cool. We're gonna get to a point where we're running really low on items, and you're just gonna start pulling pieces off your mixing board, and it'll just be a different item.
And this is the main motherboard of a mixing board. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. All right.
I have at least 6 more items that I see right here. So.
Oh, give people a quick look at the shirt.
Oh yeah. So this shirt, I like to call it. Actually, I don't know what I like to call it. I was gonna say the England Gambit, but I don't play the England Gambit. Do you know what that one is? Yeah. I play the Scotch Gambit a lot, so I'll call it the Scotch Gambit because basically what it is it's kind of a dubious opening. Maybe it doesn't lead with the best foot forward.
Hold on,
but the interactions that come afterward are fun.
For the people listening on audio, can you give them a little, I guess, a synopsis?
If you know who Rosie the Riveter is, and the famous poster that she was on, like it's basically just that in a shirt. It's a long sleeve. It's actually pretty fucking comfortable. Found it at a thrift shop. But yeah, basically, it's like the Scotch Gambit because it's maybe not the best opening, but the chest that will follow will be very fun. Very, very fun. You meet people, and if they have something to say about this shirt, that is a very fun place to be. So that's what I'll say.
Cool. All right. I guess this will be the first episode with an outro.
Yeah, no, actually, I've been working on it. Dude, honestly, I kind of spent too much time on it, but it's decent. Okay.